We don't want to bore you to death here, but if we're going to do research on the Select Power through some NCAA highlights, then great. We also want to tell you a little bit about the bats so you know what you're looking for, especially if you go out to buy these things. The 2021 Select Power and the 2020 Select Power are exactly the same bat. They're just different paint jobs. A lot of the teams that are using the 2021 also use this blue 2020. You can see the 2021 actually in the background, that red one. But here's Rucker going deep with the 2020. Sounds the same. It is the same bat, just a different paint job. Even if you go down to the 2019 version, they did have a different connection piece that they called the VCX. The 719 was still an end-loaded bat, two-piece. That VCX wasn't as tight as this new connection piece that's called the 3FX, but it's still kind of that same feel. And again, you'll see a lot of college teams, one at bat, the guy's using the 2021. Next game, 3 games later, he's using the 2019. So here's the 7-hole hitter for Tennessee, Russell, using the 719. You can tell it's a 719 because it has that silverish end cap and a little bit of red on it. He yanks one down the line here, ends up getting a triple because he puts on the afterburners here. But it sounded a little different, right? The bat sounded just a little bit different. We think that connection piece just makes it sort of bounce a little different there, but he gets in here. Nice. So pretty interchangeable bats. When you go back to that 718, it has a true 3 connection, so that's their different connection they had way back in the day, and it's pretty flexible, at least compared to that VCX in the 2019 and the 3FX in the Select Power. Here's Ferguson, who bats in the 8-hole for the Bulls. That is the 718, so that's a more end-loaded bat, has that more flexible connection. Sounds a lot like the 719. Yeah, it gets a little single here.
That's a base hit.
In the gap.
Ferguson sneaks it.
But still an end load. In fact, quite a bit of an end load. The 719 they actually brought back a little bit to be a little more balanced. But definitely the heaviest swinging one is a 718. So if you want a super heavy hybrid bat and you can find an old 718 online, that's the one to go for. They then skipped a year because it didn't have a lot of play in the 716 because the 716 had that same true 3 connection, but it was actually a lighter swinging alloy bat. It's kind of a balanced bat back in the 716, and the 715 is exactly like it. So those two bats are kind of light swinging hybrid bats. You can still find them online, but they're not the same feel. It sort of died in the 717. They never even made one. They resurrected it in the 718 for that NCAA big boy hitter. In 719, they found out, it's probably a little too heavy in the 718, and they made the 719. Then come 2020, they stiffened up that connection piece because that's the feedback they were getting. Then COVID hit, 2021, same bat. So we watch a handful of Tennessee games, also Texas games. Guys on Wright State been using the bat as well. Notice Cam Williams right there is actually holding that 2019, right? He's holding the 719 Select. That picture must have been last year. We just found it on Google and cropped him out of there. But he's clearly like that two-piece same kind of bat, right? We went through and took some clips of some of these Tennessee and Texas guys. Cam Williams, super fun to watch. Guy can actually trash the ball. If you notice, these are middle of the lineup guys. So this is like 3, 4. There's also Spence, you see right here. Spence hits 1 for Tennessee and just absolutely trashing the ball. That's a bomb zone. There's a little hoorah. I'm a fan of that. Get out. Boom, you hear that sound? I just love that sound. He goes oppo here, this next hit. Listen to the sound of this. Nice little slap. Get around, little RBI stand-up double. Tennessee loves this bat. They must have got a lot, sort of like pre-market, pre-release stuff. But they love it. They use it a lot. We watch a lot of baseball, a lot of college baseball. These guys using it more than anybody. Here's Cam Williams. He's sort of switch hitter, man, just crushing it out. That first one was a pop out, but this is a bomb. You'll see him hit from this side of the plate. I don't know what side he hits harder from, but both look pretty darn good. You know.
I knew it was hit well. I just didn't think it had enough.
Still 1 out. Hits that one to left. The payoff from the lefty. And that one popped inside.
Of course, not every hit's a home run, right? It is just a bat. Sometimes you hit it off the end cap.
That one infield.
Oof. Got to communicate there. Sometimes you hit it off the handle. That looked like it was inside. Pop out of the left fielder. Sometimes you think you hit a home run with it, but you don't. You pop out to the left fielder.
No decisions. But Georgia seldom
sometimes
win those games.
You actually hit a home run with
that ball is sent deep to left, going back all the way and gone.
Out of there, and Braden Hayes just leaves the ball up, belt high.
Looked good from the start.
Chandler Davis knew right away that ball was gone. That was well.
Sam Blancato, ground ball off of Jalen Payton. Evans recovers the throw to first, not in time.
Last couple.
Hard ground ball off the
On the season.
Here's Cam Williams again from Texas on the right side of the plate. Now he pulls one down the line for an RBI double, I believe. And that's pretty much what you want, folks. If you want that big barrel and loaded feel, look, the 2021 right there, the 2020 going to be the same bat. If you want a little less stiff connection, then go for that 719. If you want something real end loaded, that 718 would be fantastic, but it's going to have that pretty flexible connection. The 716 and the 715, we'd probably avoid unless you want a BP bat or you really want a really balanced hybrid bat. And that's our 2021 Louisville Slugger Select Power NCAA highlights.